All that matters is winning. I don't care about stats, I don't care about percentages. I want to win.
Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest.
Giannis slam it! How about that?
My daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest.
Welcome back to NBA Countdown, presented by DoorDash.
Well, Giannis's play certainly has been the biggest, the largest. He's been on a tear in April. The Bucks are a perfect 7-0 this month, and he has played in 6 of those games, averaging almost 32 points along with 12 rebounds, 12 assists. He's had 4 triple-doubles in this span. That includes the first ever 35-point, 15-rebound, 20-assist game in NBA history. But we know when it comes to the playoffs that health is also important. As Shams Charania is back with us, it's not just Giannis. They're going to need Damian Lillard as well. What more can you tell us about his status?
Malik, I'm told there is optimism that Damian Lillard will be cleared to return to action at some point during the NBA playoffs. He's been dealing with a blood clot in his calf, and he's having really weekly evaluations on that calf, on the blood clot, to see how it's going. And I'm told there has been progress. Doctors are seeing that blood clot shrinking with every passing day, and that's good news. I'm told there is a critical exam coming up for Damian Lillard in the coming days to see whether he can be cleared for the playoffs. Right now, what he's been limited to is some light basketball workouts. So he's making progress. We'll see if he gets that go-ahead.
Damian Lillard has been out since March 18th. Shams, thank you so very much. Now, remember, both of these teams, they rank in the top half of the league in offense and defense. But a difference maker in this series, it could be three-point shooting. Milwaukee ranks second in three-point field goal percentage, and this season, Indiana is 8th here. Perk, what's going to be the...
He explodes today. He's going to have a little help, but I think he explodes today. And the Golden State Warriors win this game.
I might get my Bay Area card revoked here, but I'm going with the Los Angeles Clippers in this one. They have been playing incredible basketball as of late. But first, we have the Pistons and the Bucks. Mark Jones, take it away. We'll see you at halftime.
And welcome everyone to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, for chapter number 82 of the NBA's regular season, the last and final chapter for the Pistons and the Bucks, coming from Fiserv Forum. And what a rarity we have on the last day of the NBA's regular season. So much still to be decided. We welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash in the Eastern Conference. Things already written. Detroit will take on New York, who they had a very favorable record against in the regular season. Milwaukee, in a remix of last year's playoff series, will take on the Pacers. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones, Courtside, along with Tim Legler. Cassidy Hubbard joining us in just a bit. We've finally gotten to this point, and let's start with Milwaukee. They have arguably the most indomitable player in the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo averaged over 30 on 60% shooting. Tim, he's the only one to have ever done it.
Year 12 for Giannis, and the numbers look like they have in much of his recent history. You take a look at the production. He fills the stat sheet, but what's key is the 60% field goal percentage. That's what sets him apart, the efficiency level with which he does it. But what he's going to have to bring in the playoffs is all of that, plus who's going to be his running mate with all the uncertainty around Damian Lillard. Look for Kevin Porter Jr. to play a big role in that.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job off the bench, one of the most productive scorers in the league over the last dozen games. Meanwhile, when you talk about the Pistons, to be able to flip the culture that they have this year from 14 wins a season ago to tripling their win total is really unbelievable.
Well, they're being led by a guy now that has a chance to be in the all-league category. I think Cade Cunningham, with the numbers he's put up, you can see the company that he is in right there. This is their unquestioned leader. He is the guy that gives them a feeling that they could have the best player on the floor every single night. But their identity and their culture is built around their defense. That is what they'll be taking into that series with New York.
Yes, for Cade Cunningham. Cassidy, he puts the big in big guard, but it's really a team story.
Certainly, Mark. The Pistons' turnaround this season has been simply remarkable. They had just 14 wins last year to now having secured the 6th seed in the East, and they can secure their first 45-win season in 17 years with a win today. On top of the fact that they have already tripled their win total from last year, the only team to do so in NBA history. We spoke with Tobias Harris pregame, who was part of that 2015 playoff team for the Pistons, and he said you could tell tell that last year it wasn't even a good environment for this group to be in. But this year, the morale, the spirit, the support has just been palpable. And he said there's such an eagerness to learn, and the group has really bought into that energy. And they know they're changing the narrative around them. As Jalen Duren pointed out, people doubted us. They thought it would take longer for us to turn this thing around. But we're here, and we're not done yet, Mark.
They certainly are. This is a very pugnacious, punchy, and fun-loving group. And I'll tell you what, if you don't believe me, look at this. If these guys were any more laid back, they would be in a coma right now. But they've got the playoffs around the corner, and they're leaning into it. Back with the tip right after this.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by Dash Pass, your door to all things basketball.
As the stakes rise, the lights get brighter, we tend to, level up.
Playoffs will be here shortly.
We fighting for our lives right now, and every single game counts.
We haven't even scratched the surface of what we can be.
And we're trying to do something special. It's that time of the year, so let's get ready.
The challenge is for us to make sure that we stay focused and continue to play with that sense of urgency.
When you get a group of people that believe in each other, that trust each other, that love each other, that type of love could carry you through a lot of different things.
It's go time.
There's no real magic tricks or anything like this involved.
We win and avoid the chaos.
If it comes down to grit, toughness, and competition, I like our chances.
We have found ourselves
confident, we're hungry, we're not satisfied at all.
Welcome to NBA Sunday, presented by State Farm. Part of the playoff push, presented by Meta AI from Fiserv Forum here in Milwaukee on a Sunday afternoon, ripe with urgency, finality, and immediacy. So much to be decided in the next 24 hours, especially in the Western Conference. Here's a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Booking.com. For the Pistons, Marcus Sasser making his first start of the season. Meanwhile, for the Bucks, Connaughton, Nance, and Bouye all making their first starts of the season for Milwaukee, as Doc Rivers and JP Bickerstaff get a look at some other bodies today and tweak things heading into the playoffs. Their opponents already have been determined. Bucks will take on the Pacers, and the Pistons will take on the New York Knicks. We are underway. Nance hands it back, and Bouye will bring it across after the handoff from Kuzma.